Here is the starting lineup. First, presenting Blue Jays from Elmhurst University. Number 0, 6'2" senior from Wooddale, Illinois, Caston Latson. Number 1, a 6'5" senior from Westminster, Illinois, Dominic Trellenberg. The 6'3" freshman from Addison, number 2, Luke Smith. Number 15, 6'5" sophomore from Wheaton Athletics, Big Echahundea. Number 40, 6'5" sophomore from Libertyville, Illinois, Aiden Moon. Blue Jays are coached by John Bain.
Number 3, a 6'2" senior from Fort Mill, South Carolina, Kyle Nebb. Number 4, a 6'5" sophomore from Caledonia, Michigan, Kyan Vanderwood. Number 12, a 6'3" sophomore from Westerville, Ohio, Devin Martin. Number 20, a 6'3" junior from Northfield, Minnesota, Soren Richardson. Number 34, a 6'8" freshman from Tempe, Arizona, Carson Greer. Wheaton is coached by Mike Schauer, assisted by John Tanner and Timothy Watts. Our officials this afternoon, Bill Newsteig, Michael Snodgrass, and Tyler Johnson.
And alongside Tyler Collison, I'm Aiden Kong, doubleheader. Tyler, what are you looking forward to in tonight's match?
Well, it's going to be continuing looking at what the story for this Thunder season's been, and we know how good their offense is can the defense continue to get going? You know, they rank second to last defensively in the conference, and as this is a conference matchup, we'd love to see this Thunder defense come out strong and handle this fearsome offense from the Blue Jays.
Aiden Boone, Carson Greer, the center. Let's roll from King Arena. Point to note, Kyle Nebbs making his first start of the season. Previously, it was Brady Winga who got the majority of the starting opportunities, but Coach Schauer opted to make a change. Kyle Nebbs for 3, got partially blocked. Carson Greer able to get it back, and he'll bang it home.
Yeah, great board early there from Greer. He's a nightmare on the boards.
9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists against Augustana the last time out. Blue Jays coming into this game 5-1. They just dropped a game to UW Whitewater. A hotly contested matchup. Adjahong Beta fading away. Shot won't go. Trellenberg gets the rebound. He'll put back the shot. It rolls out.
That's better defense there from the Thunder, especially on that first take. Don't want to allow those second possessions, though.
Meanwhile, for Wheaton, they're 5-3, 0-1 in the conference. As we said, they lost to Augustana the last time out. For Elmhurst, their first conference game. Richardson on the 45 cut, counted and one.
Yeah, Richardson had 29 in that contest against Augustana, and unfortunately a tight loss, 81-84. Richardson's looked really good though.
Shot 76% on true shooting against the Vikings, also had 4 steals. Early 5-0 lead for Wheaton. Trellenberg from the top of the key, drills the triple.
Yeah, watch out for him, the leading scorer on this team. All 5 starters come in as the top 5 scorers, so they get most of their offense from the starting 5.
Trellenberg averaging 16.7 points per game, 6 in the CCIW. Vanderwood. 3 won't go, Aiden Boone gets the rebound. Blue Jays against UW Whitewater played relatively well in the first half, but struggled in the second half. 7 of 22 from downtown overall, but they were 2 of 9 in the second half from beyond the arc. Luke Smith, a talented freshman, 4 on the shot clock. Puts up the shot. Too strong. Boone trying to get the rebound. He has it. Aiden Boone fighting back, bangs it home.
They got to be tougher on the glass. This Thunder's team.
Boone, 12 points, 2 rebounds on 87% true shooting against UW Whitewater. Coming in this game averaging 10.3 points per game. 12 on the shot clock, Vanderwood. Whip pass, Carson Greer. Refuses to go in, he gets the rebound. Shot clock resets to 20. Richardson mouths inside. Off the mark, Adjahong Beta has the rebound.
Yeah, I think we're gonna watch this fight for boards this entire game. Both teams fighting hard.
Both teams all right in the rebounding department, respectively. 7 on the shot clock, Luke Smith, he finds Boone. Adjahong Beta for 3. Rolls out, Blahout has the rebound. Sebastian Blahout, no foul. Good defense by Wheaton. And Vanderwood stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover for the Thunder.
Yeah, it was the right look. Just a little off the target with that pass.
And
but these are two teams coming in shooting the 3-ball really well. Obviously, the Thunder, 43% as a team. Elmhurst, 37, and that's first and third in the conference.
And also for Wheaton, 3rd best in all of Division III. For the Blue Jays, 43rd in the country. Blahout, he finds Boone. Bit of a mismatch with Kyle Neves. Whip pass to Dominic Trellenberg. 11 on the shot clock. Trellenberg twirling around. And Carson Greer gets the D-board. Richardson off the Neves screen for 3. Bounces out. Blue Jays mainly staying with that starting 5 that they started since the start of the season, and it looked like we got a foul against Kyle Neves. They were trying to go for the entry pass to Boone. Blue Jays subbing in Jack Cherry as well as Talon Pearson.
Yeah, off the bench, these two players averaging the most minutes.
Backdoor cut back to Talon Pearson, the younger brother of Talon Pearson. Don't get him confused. He's on the board.
And we see why. Coming off the bench, those are the two key players. Good inbounds play.
Olsen, Winga, both in. 2 freshmen, DHO with Soren Richardson. Richardson for 3. Rolls out. Right now, the Blue Jays have scored the last 7 points after the Thunder went up early 5-0. Cherry, picked up by Reed Olsen. Back out, Aiden Boone for 3. Drains the triple. It's a 10-0 run for the Blue Jays. And that time, Boone rewarded. Richardson reverse layup, bangs it in, ends the run.
It's a great move there from Richardson. They're gonna have to watch out for Boone. He's made the most threes on this team, and a team that likes to put him up.
Blahout will try. Sebastian Blahout rims out. Boone the offensive rebound, and he draws the foul.
We talk about football being won in the trenches. Well, basketball is won on the boards. And right now, the Blue Jays are getting a lot of extra opportunities here on these offensive possessions.
Aiden Boone, Jr., out of Libertyville, Illinois, in the ball game. Last year, played in 24 games, started in 19, averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds on 52% true shooting. Already has a double-double this game. That came against the Flying Dutchman of Hope, 19 points, 13 rebounds in that one. Coming into this game, averaging about 10.3 points per game, 5.5 rebounds is Aiden Boone. He's guarding Brady Winga, who's coming off the bench. As we said, Winga mostly started in his first 8 contests. Vanderwood, that's a 2-pointer. Won't go. Blue Jays operating quickly. It's E.J. Marshall who just checked in the ball game. Adjahong Beta off the screen from Jack Cherry. Guarded by Kyan Vanderwood. Adjahong Beta hits the midi.
After the hot start, it's now a 14-2 run here.
And Aiden Boone, a big reason why, or with 7 points and 3 boards early on in the first half. Richardson tipped away by Talon Pearson. Here he comes. Pearson greases the cylinder. Timeout taken by Coach Schauer. 16-7. Blue Jays have the lead. And let's first talk about the Elmhurst Blue Jays. First of all, for both of these teams, really good coaches. Coach Schauer, if you know his resume pretty well, he's coached 2 Jostens Trophy winners. Coach Baines, meanwhile, he's taken his team to the national championship game back in the 2021-22 season. Both these guys, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's going to be on display, the little chess match we're going to see play out. Great response from the Blue Jays after a quick start for the Thunder, who have had some trouble with the way they've started games. Coach Schauer's talked about that. And once again, that first 10 minutes, it's been a little bit of a sore spot this season at times. But this Thunder team often rides the ship out. Look to see Reed Olson get active here. He's really come alive down the stretch in these couple games.
Yeah, Reed Olson played in 35 minutes against Augustana despite coming off the bench, and in that game against the Vikings, Wheaton trailed by as many as 18 points, seemed a little bit rusty, but came back in the second half. Actually led it 80-79 with 1:03 left, but could not finish it out. Richardson, the floater, and it falls.
And it's so good what Richardson can do. When a team needs a bucket, they put it in his hands, and he usually finds a way to get going. Those baseline moves, lethal.
Leading scorer last year with 23 points per game, also going to be 9th in the CCIW. Aiden Boone from the top of the key, leaves it short. Vanderwood on the fast break. Blocking foul can be called against E.J. Marshall.
Yeah, good aggressiveness there. Going right at him, Vanderwood.
As we said, Coach Baines, his 13th season with the Blue Jays. D3Hoops.com Region 8 Coach of the Year in the season that Elmhurst went to the national championship game. They lost to Randolph-Macon that year. 27 wins that season, the most wins in Elmhurst history. But has also taken his team to the NCAA tournament another 4 times, so 5 total appearances for Coach Baines. As Vanderwood knocks down the second free throw. Elmhurst, a team averaging about 73 points per game, 7th in the CCIW. Wheaton, 86 points per game, 38th in all Division III, while leading the conference as E.J. Marshall draws the foul. I believe they're going to get Carson Greer.
Yeah, that's E.J. Marshall at 6 feet. Going right into Greer at 6'8". Well done getting himself to the line.
Last year, Marshall played in 14 games, averaged 3 points, 1 rebound, and an assist. The junior out of Downer Groves, Illinois, had 10 points against UW Whitewater in his last match. Second free throw, no good as well.
It's only his second time getting to the line this season.
Last year, he shot 68% from the free throw line. Here's Noah Hedrick. He's in the game, got some considerable minutes against the Augie Vikings. Reed Olson finds some room. Off the mark, Carson Greer has the offensive rebound. Martin slithers. Evan Martin with a right hand, bangs it home.
A clean take there from Martin. Securing that ball all the way up until the last second, rolling it in.
Only had 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists against Augustana. In fact, all of his points came from the free throw line. He was 0 of 2 from the field. Talon Pearson for 3. Leaves it short. Richardson thought about the step back 3, give and go. Back to Soren Richardson, draws contact, and he's fouled.
The ball starting to move nicely. These offensive possessions. A great adjustment, something made after the timeout.
And we keep talking about this many times on the air for this Wheaton team. You've mentioned it multiple times, Tyler, the fact that Wheaton this year has more weapons. It just doesn't have to be Soren Richardson saving the day. Other players can get involved.
Yeah, it's a very deep team, and you're going to see a lot of players rotate in and out. But it's that veteran in Richardson, even though, you know, he's only a junior, he has that senior air about him, that leadership quality. And in trouble, he's still the guy you're leaning on and relying on to put up big numbers just like he did, even though they lost in that last one, 29 points.
Marshall shot of the way, friendly roll gets it to go. Yeah, for this Wheaton team, there's really 2 seniors on this roster who get playing time. That's Noah Hedrick and Kyle Neves. Other than that, it's juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. Hedrick, a deep triple. Rolls out. Blue Jays, they have a little bit of numbers. Marshall wants to push. E.J. Marshall fading away, mouths out. Vanderwood, blocking foul is called. It's going to go against Talon Pearson.
Yeah, and that's just the quickness of Vanderwood. You're not going to have time to set your feet. Pearson, nothing he could do except take that blocking foul. And that's that transition offense and that tough style. You know, we talk about how important these conference matchups are.
Vanderwood, sophomore, 6'5", out of Caledonia, Michigan. Last year, averaged 10.6 rebounds and an assist, but his final 9 games had averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, and had 5 double-doubles in that span. Someone who has shown a lot of growth towards the end of his freshman year and entering his sophomore year, knocks down the second free throw. It's a 2-point game. Right now, the Blue Jays shooting 7 of 17 from the field, 41%. Wheaton is 5 of 14 at 36%.
And now an 11-4 run the other way.
After the Blue Jays went on their own big run, Luke Smith, 9 on the shot clock for him. He finds Trellenberg in the paint, blocked by Carson Greer, and we got a foul. Wheaton irate that it was called against them.
I think they got that one on Nebs. I think they would have let the block stand for Greer. I think Nebs got in there down low.
So instead, it will send Dominic Trellenberg to the free throw line. Second team all CCIW selection from a season ago. Last year, played in all 26 games, averaged 15.6 rebounds and 2 assists on 58% true shooting. Last year, Elmhurst lost Tegan Pearson, who was a first team all CCIW in his own right. He led the team in scoring, averaging 17 points. They also lost Jaden Malachi, but other than that, the Blue Jays squad mostly remains the same, with some promising freshmen such as Luke Smith.
And now Trellenberg 22 for 26 from the line this season.
There's Carson Greer able to twirl around and bang that one in. Second field goal of the day. Soren Richardson leading the way with 9 points. Aiden Boone, meanwhile, has 7. Boone stripped and taken away by Greer. Greer, and he's fouled. They're going to get E.J. Marshall.
How about the 6'8" freshman's performance here early in this first half?
Of course, Carson Greer's been hyped out a whole lot. Two-way athlete here at Wheaton, playing both basketball and baseball. While in high school, he won the state title every single year alongside his twin brother, Kyle Greer. Richardson near the low post, picked up by Trellenberg. Hesitation, Richardson bangs it home, the southpaw gets it done.
That's a great matchup to see down low. Richardson taking it right to Trellenberg. And man, as he looked powerful down inside the post.
Richardson has 11 of the 20 points for Wheaton. Smith, step back three. Pounces out, Trellenberg has the offensive rebound. Smith, smothered throw, still greases the cylinder. Wheaton against Augustin, and they allowed 10 offensive rebounds to the Vikings, which was pivotal as the Vikings were able to close that game out, especially when the Vikings were shooting free throws towards the end. Greer bangs it home. Wide open real estate for Carson Greer.
Yeah, everyone slid out. And Greer with a wide open lane.
Freshman averaging 14.5 points per game, 6 rebounds as well. Has a double-double against Hope. Blahout muscles forward and bangs it in. "14 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists on 66% true shooting for Sebastian Blahout against UW Whitewater. Richardson slithers back outside. One more pass. Devin Martin for 3. Boom goes the dynamite.
And it's about time that a 3 falls for the top 3-point shooting team in the conference. Started slow. That's their first. Now only 1 for 7.
Blue Jays not doing that much better. They are 2 of 7 from downtown. Luke Smith has some room. Unable to respond. Vanderwood has the rebound. Fast break for Wheaton. Martin, all gas, no breaks, easy deuce. Seven points now for Devin Martin in this ballgame. Adjahong Beta's wide open. Off the mark. Blahout fights for the rebound, saves it back. Adjahong Beta tries again, and this time drills it.
Yeah, that's just a consequence of not getting the board there.
It ends a 5-0 run in favor of the Thunder, but for Wheaton, they've made 6 out of their last 7 field goals. Vanderwood using the screen, guarded by Blahout. Martin again, sticks the triple.
Martin feeling it now.
I mean, when you think of 3-point shooting by this Wheaton team, you think Kyle Nebbs, Reed Olson, Devin Martin, probably the last person you think, but he has gotten hot for the Thunder. Trellenberg, they're going to foul, and nope, a travel instead. It's a turnover against Elmhurst.
Yeah, Martin only 4 of 11 coming into this contest, and he's gotten hot. And I think we're seeing that depth on display, the distribution of scoring now. Sets up nicely for the Thunder.
Martin 4 of 4, him and Richardson both in double figures with 10 points and 11 points respectively. Richardson picks up 2 with Luke Smith. Richardson finds Brady Wingya. 8 on the shot clock. Martin guarded by Adjahong Beta. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover.
Good read there from Trellenberg. And that's going to be a battle we're going to watch from start to finish. Him and Richardson. I've already seen that play out early.
Aiden Boone, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays at 7 points. Blahout off the screen from Trellenberg. Sebastian Blahout trying to turn around. Inside, he's fouled. Both teams have 5 fouls in the half, 2 away from entering the bonus. But for Sebastian Blahout, last year averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shot 58% on true shooting. Second free throw is good. 19 points against Illinois College, which led the team. Also shot 73% on true shooting. Some elite stuff. Vanderwood, offensive foul is going to be called. Talon Pearson puts his body on the line.
Yeah, I think Vanderwood now, that's the 3rd time he's driven in hard there. And a good adjustment from Pearson now, getting his feet set, anticipating that drive, and drawing the offensive foul.
Only the 3rd turnover for Wheaton. Blue Jays have only turned it over twice as Talon Pearson is caught walking.
Turnovers are already annoying enough to deal with. When you do it right after you force one, insult to injury.
Blue Jays only turned it over 12 times, but the Warhawks scored 23 points off of turnovers. 45 cut to Hedrick, not on the same page. Boone has it. Boone gonna post up on Hedrick. No help defense comes. Aiden Bloom. The floater falls.
Yeah, that's a matchup they're going to look to exploit. I think Boone on Hedrick, it's going to be tough for him to deal with that, especially with the size of Boone.
Yeah, Aiden Boone, 6'5", 230. Bring a lot of size for Coach Bain's unit. Hedrick getting down low. Noah Hedrick with the left hand, off the mark. Talon Pearson almost throws it away, but it went off of Richardson's hands.
Yeah, it's always tough. You see Hedrick sub out. As a coach, you have to decide if a player misses has a couple bad possessions, you let him get out of that own funk on the court, or you pull him off. They're going to bring in Greer. Hedrick had some good looks there. Unfortunately, couldn't convert on those two and then gave up that basket to Boone.
Ten on the shot clock for Jack Cherry, guarded by Reed Olson. Cherry with the right hand, nestles at home.
What a move there from Cherry, spinning to get to his right.
First field goal for Jack Cherry, 7.6 rebounds and 3 assists against UW Whitewater in his last contest. I also had 2 steals. Under 4 minutes to play, the Blue Jays are up by 3. Greer, contacted by Aiden Boone, puts up the shot, no foul.
Boone now really starting to impose his will.
Right now, Elmhurst on a 6-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 11 seconds. They've made 3 of their last 4 field goals in that same time span. Marshall got some sort of offensive foul called against Elmhurst. I believe Sebastian Blahout trying to plead his case.
It's been a pretty quick first half. Ball's been moving back and forth quickly. Not a lot of turnovers or balls out of bounds.
Richardson turns on a dime, bangs it in. It's a 6-0 run in favor of Elmhurst, as Richardson now has 13 points in this ball game. Blahout for 3. Buries a 3-pointer.
Great response after the offensive call on the last trip down the floor.
7 points for Sebastian Blahout, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block so far in this ball game. Greer fell down. They're going to get the foul on Aiden Boone. because of that, Wheaton has officially entered the bonus. It would be a 1-1.
They're going to bring Nebbs back in. He's got 2 fouls. Want to be careful here. Under 3 left in the first half.
Carson Greer only shooting 47% from the free throw line, albeit he is 7 of 15. But his senior year, he averaged 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals per game, en route to winning 3A All-Conference Player of the Year and being named to the Arizona Republic All-Arizona team as he misses the second free throw. He also won a 3A state title in baseball. Shows you how talented this kid is. To Valley Christian High School out of Tempe, Arizona. Trellenberg for 3. Gets the friendly bounce. Eight points for Dominic Trellenberg in this game. Boone still the leading scorer. He's at 9 points. Ajahong Betta gets his paws on it. Under 2 minutes to go, Nebbs, he lost the ball. Here comes Elmhurst on the fast break. E.J. Marshall, stripped by Reed Olson. But they're gonna say Olson stepped out of bounds.
Let's take a look at this one. It was so fast down the floor. The ref really not in position to make that call. But a great work from Olson backtracking, not allowing the easy lay.
Blahoot right to the rack, reaches the cylinder.
Doesn't he have some moves? A little shimmy to get to the hoop.
9 points for Sebastian Blahoot. Tied with Aiden Boone as Carson Greer responds with his own shots. He's also at 9. For the Blue Jays, this is their first CCIW contest. Wheaton, their second. They lost to Augustana in the Quad Cities. Blahoot fouled by Devin Martin. Blue Jays have also entered the bonus. Blahoot, 70% from the free throw line this season. Playing in his 46th game, starting in his 31st, is Sebastian Blahoot, the CCIW Respect recipient a season ago, which honors those who show great sportsmanship on the court. Second free throw's good for the senior out of Wooddale, Illinois. Olson for 3, drains the triple.
Thunder needed that one. It's not often a team outshoots them from behind the arc, but Elmhurst has so far in this first half.
Yeah, the Blue Jays there, 5 of 12, 41%. Wheaton's 3 of 9 at 33%. 11 on the shot clock. Offensive foul, nope, a timeout, excuse me, is going to be called with 46.1 seconds to go. Barely, as you said, Tyler, barely any time to catch our breaths. Thoughts so far in the first half?
Well, Olson and Nebbs have combined from 3 points. That's only from the 3 that we just saw Olson make, and those were the 2 players that scored second and third most in their last contest. And so it's been the 3-ball shooters that usually power this offense have not been able to get going, and Richardson and Martin and Greer have kept this game close, but are going to want better shooting, as that's been the way they've driven this offense here, is from behind the arc, and they just haven't had volume or had success.
Kind of crazy coming into this game, the numbers that Reed Olson and Kyle Nebbs have put up. First of all, Reed Olson leads the CCIW in 3-point shooting, 51%, also good enough to be 16th. Meanwhile, Kyle Nebbs not too far behind, 48%. That's good enough to be 29th in the country.
This Blue Jays team has done well driving in and getting buckets in the paint.
Blahoot for 3. Rims out, Richardson has the rebound. 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Elmhurst will get a possession, barring they're able to get the rebound. And Blahoot, they're gonna get the foul on him, and he'll send Richardson to the line. So far, Soren Richardson is the leading scorer, 13 points for the Thunder. Now Sebastian Blahout, he has 10, which leads the Blue Jays. As we said, Richardson averaged 23 points per game, ninth out of all Division III, a D3Hoops.com second team all-region a season ago for his accomplishments. And then this season, a D3Hoops.com 15 preseason All-American, one of 4 CCIW players named as a preseason All-American from D3Hoops.com. Shot clock's turned off. The Blue Jays can hope for the last shot. As Cherry's picked up by Devin Martin. Smith, 8 to shoot, gets the screen from Boone, guarded by Reed Olson. Luke Smith with the right hand, draws the foul, counted and one. He's going to the line. A chance at a three-point play for the freshman Smith.
Yeah, just smart. Waits up top, sees the time running down, takes it all the way to the left, and takes a while for Richardson and Vanderwood to slide in. And Richardson gets there late.
Coach Baines called him an offensive machine, knack for making the great plays. Eventually, a future all-league player. That's how high they're on Luke Smith. He was recruited by Illinois Wesleyan, Carroll, Loris, DePaul, and UW-Stevens Point to put things in perspective. Olson, 2 to shoot. Olson puts it up. Instead, it won't fall. 45-40 is your first half score. And let's take a look at those first half stats presented by Sumcom TV. A very explosive game from both sides.
Yeah, that three-point percentage is just a low mark for this Thunder team. They're getting outshot from that, and they're not used to seeing that. And those points off of turnovers, 8 to 4, it's been really the difference. Of course, the second chance points too, although the Thunder have been able to switch that a little bit here down the stretch. That would plague them early and the beginning of this first half. But the key coming in out of the second half is going to be, can they figure out this defense now that, you know, the team that they already give up 80 points per game and they're already over that mark on pace for 90. The defense just has to settle in.
And we'll bring you the start of the second half after these messages and a word from the CCIW network.
One of the things that drew me to Wheaton was how much the students, staff, and faculty support each other in music and as people. And that's not something that I see as much at the collegiate level, and I think that has to speak volumes for how strong faith is here in the college and the community of students and faculty and staff all working together to communicate and support each other. And that was one of the things that drew me here, was seeing that environment. Being music, there's such a high standard, and I feel like a lot of times we strive for this idea of perfection in performance, which puts almost an unachievable expectation on ourselves. And it's really the beauty in the imperfections, or the beauty in what makes us human, that can make the music really special, which is why, you know, we don't have robots playing the French horn. We have people playing the French horn. And I found that environment very naturally here at Wheaton. Already existing was this community of people who love and support each other and lift each other up. And that's what I really, really like about teaching here and working with the students at Wheaton. when I first came to rehearsal and I heard all of the hard work the students were putting in to make music. I was honestly impressed and kind of shocked. I think it is a smaller community, but the playing level and the expectation levels are very high here, which is fantastic for these musicians for their growth. And they get to perform in an ensemble that is professional quality with faculty as mentors who are really working with them to grow and to meet the expectations and demands of the music that they're working on. The repertoire the college chooses for the ensembles is what we play in professional ensembles, and I think that's a really great experience for them and invaluable in preparing them for life outside of college. I will be performing Mozart's Third Horn Concerto for horn in E-flat major, and I will be performing on a historic instrument, which is this one right here. And this instrument actually has a couple different names. It's called the natural horn, the classical horn, and sometimes called the hand horn. During the classical era, this instrument does not have valves because valves were not yet invented. So during Mozart's time, all of the music that was written for horn is written using the harmonic series of the instruments, which is all of the available notes on the open instrument. So as you can imagine, it's not a full chromatic scalar, not even scalar, really. So partway through the 1700s, there's a man named Anton Joseph Hampel, who is credited with inventing, or rather developing, the hand horn or hand stopping technique, which is where instead of using our valves on our left hand, like normally we would on our modern instruments, we use our right hand in the bell in different positions to change the pitch of the horn. So we can get a full scalar or a full chromatic scale on the horn.
This isn't a traditional college orientation. It's a rite of passage. You're entering a new season of life where the terrain is unfamiliar, the path uncharted, the friendships not yet formed.
You ready?
It's a time to explore, to learn new skills, to build connections, embrace uncertainty, navigate challenges, and discover your limits. But never alone, because together you'll walk alongside him.
You ready?
This is so much more than a college orientation. You're becoming a new person in a new season, one of adventure, transition, and Christ-centered community. So consider this your invitation to Wheaton Passage.
You ready?
You're ready.
When I came to Wheaton, I felt welcome. I felt the students loved one another. This was a place where I can really see myself growing. It just felt like home.
Wheaton will make you aware of how important community is.
I couldn't feel alone because people were just always around me, encouraging me.
When people are connected with others, you can't help but be joyful.
Wheaton will help you grow in your relationship with Jesus.
I get to learn things through the lens of my faith.
Wheaton will surprise you.
Wheaton students are really focused on excellence, all framed within the view of service.
To be here where it's okay to ask the hard questions, I think has kept me walking with the Lord.
We're called to be servant leaders as Christians just because anything that we gain on this earth is not our personal gain. It's all because of Jesus.
Wheaton matters because we will produce students who are more like Jesus than when they first came into college.
There's so many essential pieces of what it means to be human encapsulated here at Wheaton.
What makes Wheaton home, for me at least, is really just the people.
The people I met here made Wheaton home.
It actually feels like home.
It just felt like home.
Wheaton will feel like home.
Wheaton will change your life. Get comfortable. This place is amazing.
Going to a Christian college was important to me because I wanted that community of like-minded believers.
Being free to express my spiritual journey really helped me grow and foster a strong relationship with God.
Wheaton was willing to meet me where I was at in my faith journey. I was able to search for answers here, and they had answers to give me.
I thought coming to Wheaton that I would meet just a bunch of Christians who were like me. So when I got here, I was really surprised to find so many Christians from so many different walks of life who relate to God and worship in very different ways.
Being able to realize the uniqueness of my faith while still recognizing beauty in other people's has been the most impactful way that my studies have shaped my Christian faith.
My faith has been enriched in more ways than I could have imagined here at Wheaton. I will continue to serve Christ, whether it be overseas ministry or whether it be administration in a church. I'm excited to continue to walk through those doors.
I knew that I wanted to be a part of a community where I could grow in my faith with other people who have the same goals in mind as me. Wheaton will grow you spiritually and will give you community that really does want to walk alongside you. That's not just something that they throw on their taglines. Like, in my experience, that's something that's actually lived out here.
It's about the start of the second half here from King Arena on the CCIW network. Wheaton Thunder, Elmhurst Blue Jays, with Elmhurst leading by 5. Tyler, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, for the Blue Jays, Jack Cherry and Talon Pearson have come in, and they're plus-minus, both plus 11 off the bench, which has been key for this Blue Jays team. On the other side, Kyle Nebbs, Reed Olson, minus 12 and minus 11 respectively, and that's just not a number that you're used to seeing. So I expect them to get going here as Nebbs returns to start for the second half. I expect that we're going to see them get going, fire some more threes and start knocking them down. And then defensively, they just got to handle some of the big guys down low, especially Boone. He's been knifing and cutting in. Lahoot as well. They just got to handle that paint and guard. They've done a good job actually outscoring the Blue Jays inside the paint. It just has got to be a little bit tighter, so that way they can start converting and let this offense unleash.
Both offenses doing an excellent job. Wheaton shot 54% on the season. They're shooting about 51%, which is 10th in all of Division III. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, they're shooting at 53% themselves. Inside and a foul. Lahoot likely going to the line.
Yeah, coming off the bench, the Thunder only had 3 points in the first half.
I must say that was an absolutely sick move by Sebastian Lahoot as he turned around Kyan Vanderwood. But yeah, for the Blue Jays, 53% from the field in the first half. On the season, they're shooting 44%, which is 6th in the CCIW, 180th in all of Division III. As a second free throw, in and out, Boone gets the rebound, puts it back in, essentially a 3-point play in favor of Elmhurst.
Yeah, as I was saying, the 3 points off the bench for a team that's deep like this Thunder team is, they want more contribution, more scoring spread out throughout these players.
Greer finds Vanderwood. Luke Smith has him. Nebbs wide open for 3. Off the mark. And they're going to say it is Blue Jays ball. And Tyler, you were mentioning this, a little bit of a surprise to see that the Blue Jays shooting better from the 3-point line. 5 of 13 from downtown compared to Wheaton, 3 of 11, despite the Thunder being essentially the 3rd best 3-point shooting offense in the country.
Yeah, it's hard when your team relies on the 3 ball as much as they do. Obviously, the Thunder can find other ways to score. But every once in a while, that 3 ball can go cold, and then it sometimes can feel like you're in trouble.
We were able to grab the rebound. As we said before, Wheaton trailed by as many as 18 against the Vikings. Here's Reed Olson. Off the mark on the 3 as well. Nebbs pokes it away, steals it, but a foul. And Coach Schauer, as well as the bench, not happy.
Yeah, it was a good find down low. Olson with a good look. And that was Nez tracking in, and that's going to be his 3rd now, early in the second half.
And because of that, he will take a seat on the bench. Wheaton buried 11 threes against the Augustana Vikings, shot 11 of 25, 44%. They trailed by as many as 18 against Augustana, but still almost had a chance to win. An offensive foul was going to be called against Sebastian Lahoot.
And he and Coach Baines are a little bit beside themselves.
So both Coach Schauer and Coach Baines have something to be a little bit upset about. So we play on regardless. The Blue Jays leading by 8. They led it by as many as 9 points when they were up 16-7 early on in the first half. Rear kniving baseline, finds Noah Hedrick for 3. It rims out. Richardson has the rebound. Martin, fouled by Aiden Boone.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ball get into Richardson's hands here on this possession.
Martin to trigger it. They finally get it out and tipped away by Boone. Here's Luke Smith. Adjahong Beta maneuvers. Finally bangs it in. For Adjahong Beta, 5 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal in the first half. Reed Olson on the 45 cut. Back to Richardson for 3. It's the top of the rim. And almost a turnover. Adjahong Beta saves it. Smith slices back out to Aiden Boone. One more pass. Trellenberg wide open for three. You bet.
The Trellenberg shot 2 of 2 in the first half is now 3 for 3. And a quick run to start the second half.
Indeed it is. An 11-0 run in favor of the Blue Jays. They're up 53-40. Tyler, what do you like from this fast start from Elmhurst?
Well, they're moving the ball around really nicely and getting some good looks driving in. And they've got a lot of bad dudes on this team who can drive in and make cuts, as we've seen, getting themselves to the line and just converting down low. And the Thunder throwing up 3 threes, and none of them really looked like they had a chance of going in. We saw Richardson's outside of the backboard. Nebbs and Olsen both had ones go in and miss. So it's tough sledding now. They need to transition this offense maybe and get some points on the board, and then try to get more open look threes. But as I said earlier, I want to see the ball in Richardson's hands more on these offensive possessions. See him cut down low and try to kickstart this offense.
Wheaton capable of comebacks. They were trailing double figures in the Benedictine game that you called and ended up winning by double digits.
Yeah, by no means is there any panic when this team is behind. They just figure out how to get things done.
Richardson outside to Devin Martin. He's guarded by Luke Smith. DHO Devin Martin 8 on the shot clock. Martin outside to Carson Greer for 3. Green lights the triple.
And that's better, driving in, dishing out. But even on that possession I was watching, Trellenberg was draped all over Richardson.
Luke Smith fast to the rack, bangs it home.
I think it's his mission to make sure Richardson does not get anything easy here in the second half.
3 Blue Jays are in double figures. Sebastian Blahout with 11, Trellenberg with also 11, and Aiden Boone, you guessed it, he has 11. Richardson for 3. Mouths out.
That was better though. That open look came from a Martin screen.
Of course, Wheaton would love to have Kyle Nebbs on the floor, but he's at 4 fouls. Boone trying to bully ball his way, but he can't get it to go. Hedrick fast break. Now Hedrick, oh, blocked by Boone. Incredible play. Carson Greer still has it. Wheaton still giving life.
Somebody check on that backboard.
Greer draped by Trellenberg. Gets his own rebound, tries again. Adjahong Beta has the block, and we got a foul.
Nothing is coming easy. I felt that block from over here.
Well, there was a time when Ocean Johnson, for those who remember him, an Elmhurst Blue Jay a couple of years ago, dunked a basketball and the rim fell. The glass literally broke. That was a long time ago. I think 3-4 years ago. I might have to check my cobwebs, but that did happen once. That was, however, at R.A. Fagnall Hall, not here at King Arena. And it looks like we got a foul. Jace Olsen just checked into the game for Wheaton. I think they're going to tag him with the foul. So he's getting his first action, first time playing since St. Scholastica in the Leaf Fund Classic, but he's getting some valuable playing time. Here's Luke Smith. He's fouled himself.
Yeah, the Blue Jays are driving, and the Thunder have found themselves cleared out. It's been a lot of one-on-one looks, and that's what the Blue Jays want. They've been taking advantage of those.
Luke Smith, as we said, a prized possession for Coach Baines. He was recruited by other CCIW schools like Illinois Wesleyan and Carroll, as well as North Central, but 2,531 career points while at Addison Trail, the most ever in program history. Jace Olson is in the ballgame for Wheaton, only his second appearance. Funny enough, he played against Carson and Kyle Greer in the state title as Gilbert Christian took on Valley Christian. And now they're on the same team. Ten on the shot clock for Olson. Greer guarded by Adjahong Beta, outside to Jace Olson for three. Bounces out, EJ Marshall has the rebound. Right now, the Thunder are 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 6 from downtown. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays 4 of 6. They made 1 3. Trellenberg got blocked by Olson. Vanderwood on the fast break. Kyan Vanderwood draws the foul. He's going to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
And there's Vanderwood getting back in. What he was doing in the first half really well was that exact play, driving in downhill, using his body to get to the rack.
Vanderwood free throw is no good. Olson fighting for the rebound, but Adjahong Beta has it. Coach Bain's calling timeouts. The Blue Jays, they're up by 10. Largest lead at one point was when they led 53-40 with 17:41 left to go in the second half. And for Elmhurst, when we talked about how good the Blue Jays are last year, a little bit inconsistent because they went 11-15, 7-9 to CCIW. First time with a losing season since the 2018-19 season. Then they bowed out to Augustin in the CCIW tournament quarterfinals. But something that Coach Baines has been talking about this year is the fact that they have themselves a very veteran unit. Yes, you have some young players, but also some guys that they can build around, specifically Dominic Trellenberg. The Blue Jays feel like they can do something special. Just like the women's team, Elmhurst is also picked to finish third in the CCIW, but given how there's just so much parity in the conference, Carthage was ranked 8th. They're no longer ranked. The Blue Jays feel like they can do something special.
Yeah, when you have that senior leadership that they get from Blahout and Trellenberg, that trickles down, and you see other players play with more confidence. And that's how good programs are built, is when those seniors allow those younger underclassmen to contribute. They work well. That veteran presence really allows teams to build programs that find success.
Talon Pearson trims out for the Blue Jays, 5-1. Their only loss came against UW Whitewater, which is their latest loss. Boone falling down hard as Kyan Vanderwood is fouled by EJ Marshall.
Yeah, this is much better from the Thunder. If the three ball's not working, which it hasn't been, get yourself to the line. Get some easy looks. Vanderwood, love the way he's playing, this aggressive nature downhill.
Free throws a bit of an issue for Wheaton. They're shooting 69% from the charity stripe, which is 7th in the CCIW, 210th in all of Division III. Blue Jays are honestly not that much better. They're 10 of 15 in this contest, but on the season, 71%, slightly better. 5th in the CCIW, 145th in all of Division III. Second free throw is also no good, so the Thunder essentially empty. Marshall guarded by Olson. Boone for three. In and out, and we got a foul. Gonna tag it on Marshall.
Yeah, the Thunder packing it in a little bit. Trusting that this Elmhurst team, though they've shot the three ball pretty well today, season total's not necessarily that high. Packing in, don't want to get beat inside the paint like they have so far in these first 6 minutes.
Richardson, beautiful cut by Soren Richardson. So many moves in the bag for the junior out of Northfield, Minnesota.
And that's so important, getting him that ball in that position. That's how you're going to find easy points.
Cherry for three. Leaves it short.
Yeah, I like this new defensive look from the Thunder coming off that timeout. A lot smarter the way that they're allowing these three ballers a little more room, but protecting that paint.
Hedrick off the Vanderwood screen. He's guarded by Talon Pearson. Hedrick slithers by, bangs it in with the offhand.
Yeah, this is just good coaching and good adjustments here from Coach Schauer. Both offensively and defensively, they've changed their shape a little bit.
Wheaton on a 7-1 run in the last 3 minutes and 42 seconds. LaHoot, 6 to shoot for Cherry. Cherry maneuvers around, puts up the shot, gets it to go.
Yeah, tough look there from Cherry. And if he can make those all the time, we'll all be impressed. That was a tough look.
Only his second field goal. He's now at 4 points. Ten to shoot for Hedrick. Guarded by Aiden Boone. Vanderwood twirling around. Back to Noah. Hedrick for three. Buries the three-pointer.
You know, I'll be honest, I was watching the warm-ups before the second half, and Olsen and Neves were not shooting as well as you'd expect them to, and that maybe a little cold, I don't know, but Hedrick, on the other hand, was actually nailing a bunch there in that warm-up.
We got a foul on the floor, but for Noah Hedrick, that's only his second three-pointer of the season.
Yeah, I was surprised just to see the way that he was warming up. Looked like he was wanting to feel a little bit dangerous from behind the arc. He brought that in here. Big bucket.
As we said before, Coach Schauer probably wants to put Kyle Neves out there, but he's at 4 fouls. One more and he's done for the day. Meanwhile, Reed Olson's back on the bench. As Wheaton does have a little bit of size with Kyle Vanderwood and Jace Olsen. LaHoot almost using the screen from Adjahong Beta. 10 to shoot. Vinny back outside. Dominic Trellenberg for three. Oh my goodness, nothing but yank for him.
Trellenberg rising up right there over Richardson.
That is Trellenberg's fourth three-pointer of the day. Cut for Richardson. He's fouled by Trellenberg. So Soren Richardson will go to the free throw line. Wheaton officially in the bonus. It is a 1-and-1. Soren Richardson, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Something that Coach Schauer has emphasized regarding Soren is his defensive growth. Not afraid to be put on the best player. Did that against St. Scholastica. Did that against Benedictine. Had 5 steals against Carroll last season, but specifically, I believe had 4 against Augie as there's a foul. LaHoot should be free throws.
LaHoot and Boone both sitting with 3 fouls. Would like to see the Thunder start driving in against them because they've been dangerous. Try to get them in foul trouble and get them on the bench. Be key here, get some switches.
LaHoot going 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Elmhurst led it by as many as 13 points when they were up 53-40. The Thunder have had the lead for only 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Blue Jays have led it for 21 minutes and 6 seconds and counting. Hedrick for 3. Boom goes the dynamite.
I told you he looked like he was shooting confidently in warm-ups here before the second half. Big spark for this offense.
8 points for Noah Hedrick. Guy got a lot of playing time last time out. Aiden Boone from the top of the key. It won't go.
There got to be more communication on defense. Lucky that he can convert on that one, but he can't find himself that wide open.
Greer lost the ball on the way up. He's fouled. The
offense starting to look like their typical dynamic self. One trip down the floor, a head trick three, the next Greer driving in strong, getting to the free throw line.
Carson Greer has his second double-double of the day, 13 points and 10 rebounds. Previously had 24 points and 12 rebounds against the Flying Dutchman. Second free throw's good. The Blue Jays, they're up by 3. They're shooting 6 of 13 from the field is Elmhurst at 46%. Wheaton is 6 of 14, 43%. Not able to save it is Luke Smith. That's the 7th turnover for Elmhurst. Hedrick again. We're tied at 62. Luke Smith fires. Pounces out. Vanderwood has the rebound. Wheaton a chance to take their first lead since leading at 5-0 early on in the first half. Actually, the last time they had the lead was when they were up 30-29 in the first half, 5:05 to go. Carson Greer, you fire. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Before the Thunder, they're on a 7-0 run in the last minute, 45 seconds. A 9-1 run in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds as well.
Look at the bench. Giving Hedrick his love. So he caught a little fire there. Got themselves back into this one. Tie ball game.
Noah Hedrick at 11 points in this ball game. Trellenberg for 3. Won't go. Adjahong Beta has the rebound. They were trying to go back to Sebastian Blahoud. Instead, it's turned over. Here's Vanderwood. Ian Vanderwood bangs it home. Timeout taken on the floor. The Thunder have the lead. For the first time since leading 30-29 with 5:05 left to go in the first half. Tyler, what do you like from Wheaton?
I mean, how smart of a game plan change was that from Coach Schauer? You saw multiple times, I think players thought they had a look at 3 and pulled it back in. And they've got themselves better looks. That's how Hedrick got those shots open, driving in. I mean, we're looking at the stats pulled up on our screen now, and it's better that they've gotten that field goal percentage up. Even though that three-point percentage is not as high as they'd like it to be, they've found other ways to score.
Yeah, for Wheaton, obviously 51%. This is a team coming in that's shooting exactly 51%, 10th best in all of Division III. As both teams have all of a sudden buried 7 3-pointers respectively.
Yeah, the only thing I think would be about these free throws, when you got your big guys driving in and getting to the line, you're going to want to see them convert, especially as this game stays close late.
The Blue Jays playing in their first conference game of the season. They already lost the game. That was UW-Whitewater looking to avoid 2 straight losses. Wheaton, the same picture. They're also looking to avoid 2 straight losses and an 0-2 start in conference play. Wheaton has made 7 out of their last 8 field goals as part of this run. Trellenberg fouled by Carson Greer. So Dominic Trellenberg is at the free throw line. 14 points, 2 rebounds so far. A 1-1 has buried 4 3-pointers. Second free throw is good. Blue Jays tied the game at 64. Vanderwood. Offensive foul is going to be called. Talon Pearson draws another charge.
Pearson's starting to figure out that matchup. So the second time we've seen him draw one off of Vanderwood.
Jace Olson could be subbed out for Noah Hedrick. Kyle Nebbs is also in the game. He's at 4 personals. Aiden Boone, the other guy in foul trouble, who's not in the game right now.
We'll see how Nebbs tries to play defensively.
Marshall outside, pass was deflected. The Blue Jays will retain possession with 14 on the shot clock. Matchup number 180 between these two squads. 190 actually. 190 meetings between Wheaton and Elmhurst. Trellenberg steps back for 3. Can't get it to go. Martin, he's fouled.
As soon as Martin saw Pearson and Trellenberg clear out, he went right at Smith.
Martin last year led the CCIW in assists, averaging about 4. This year he's averaging 5.2, which is second in the CCIW, 16th in all of Division III. His scoring numbers have also gone up. 9.5 points per game. Had a double-double against Lake Forest, 15 points, 11 assists. That's his first career double-double. Going to the free throw line, the second most out of any player in the CCIW. The Thunder are back up by 2. They're on an 11-2 run. Smith dicing. Boone whips it out to Jack Cherry. Luke Smith for 3. Hits the triple. The Blue Jays are on top.
Good answer there from Smith after committing the foul that led to the 2 points on the last possession.
His first 3-pointer for Luke Smith. He's in double figures with 11. Richardson, Talon Pearson has him. Vanderwood for 3. Hits the triple himself. The Thunder have made 3 out of their last 4 3-pointers. Dominic Trellenberg unable to hit.
Key possession here for the offense.
6:45 left to go. Oh, there's Noah Hedrick. This time he airballs the 3.
Yeah, don't mind Hedrick taking that look. He's been hot. The only thing is, after a empty possession from the Blue Jays, you'd like to see them take a little bit more clock, set something up.
Smith dazzling inside. What a layup, but he couldn't finish.
It's too much spin on that ball.
Vanderwood again. Pounces out, and it's going to be Blue Jays ball. The Blue Jays are now 1 out of their last 7 in terms of field goals. They're only down by 2, though. Had the lead for the majority of the game. Smith steps back for 3. In and out. Can Boone save it? He cannot. Wheaton ball.
Thunder are sticking with the game plan. They're allowing some more open looks from 3 in order to press inside in the paint.
Richardson, there's no foul. Luke Smith on the fast break. Cuts and finds Dominic Trellenberg, and we're tied at 69. An Elmhurst team that's 5-1, receiving some votes in the D3Hoops.com poll. Wheaton trying to knock them off. pick up their first conference win of the season. Blue Jays looking to start conference play also on a hot note. Vanderwood guarded by Cherry. Kyan Vanderwood mouths out.
I got a good move. And a good look. Just couldn't get it in.
Leading scorer Dominic Trellenberg at 18 points. Richardson, meanwhile, the leading scorer at 19. They whip it to Talon Pearson. 12 on the shot clock, under 5 minutes to go. Trellenberg lost the ball. Blue Jays want a foul, they don't get it.
Good work there defensively from Hedrick.
Richardson for three, connects on a triple. Timeout is taken. The Thunder, they're up by 3 with 4:40 to go.
Big moment, who else but Soren Richardson rising up. So good. Boone can't get there in time. And he knew it was good as soon as it left his hands.
22 points for Soren Richardson, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And Tyler, you were talking about this early on in the second half. Get the ball to Soren Richardson. Wheaton does that, and they're now ahead.
And he's like a silent assassin. He's got 22 points, but it's so steady the way that he plays. At any given moment, it doesn't look like he's a 22-point scorer. And you look up and his stats always reflect some number that just seems unreal the way that you see him play out there. He just does what he needs to do in the times that he needs to do it. And he's effective, he's clutch, and he's got the Thunder up by 3.
I mean, this was a guy who last season put up 53 points against North Park. That A snapped a 13-game losing streak for Wheaton, which was the longest losing streak in program history. It also was the 3rd most points by a Wheaton player not named Aston Francis, when Francis had 54 points against UW-Platteville and 62 points against Marietta. But for Soren Richardson, has his team on top by 3. Thunder trying to pick up their first conference win of the season. Elmhurst looking to do the same thing in their home opener, their conference opener, excuse me. Trellenberg, he has the ball. Back to Aiden Boone, a corner 3. It won't go. Offensive foul is called. If they're going to call it against Reed Olson.
Let's see this one. I guess they got him for a little bit of a push off there.
Both teams in the bonus with 9 fouls. Greer and Adjahong Beta looking to check in at the next dead ball opportunity. Under 4 minutes to play. Trellenberg maneuvers. Dominic Trellenberg, he's fouled.
That was Richardson at least making sure the basket wasn't good. Trellenberg got good position inside of Richardson. He had no choice but to either give him the points or send him to the line.
Dominic Trellenberg, 18 points. As we said before, the leading scorer on this team, both on the season and in this game. The free throws continue to be an issue for the Blue Jays. They're now 13 of 20, under 68%. Second one's good. It's a 2-point game. 72-70. Here from King Arena. Martin picked up by Luke Smith. Martin, spin move. Martin, the right hand, bangs it home. The Thunder are leading it by 4.
I mean, cut, double cut, shifty, and a sweet move finishing with the right hand on the left side.
Boone with a very dominant screen. Adjahong Beta too strong. Martin, the fast break. He finds Vanderwood. It's picked off, though, and stripped. There's also a kick ball. Adjahong Beta ends up with it.
Yeah, unless you're absolutely sure you have a bucket, no need to rush it down the floor.
For Devin Martin, he's at 14 points in this ball game. Tied with Carson Greer at 14. Luke Smith, in and out. Greer navigates outside to Olsen for three. And we got a foul beyond the arc. Reed Olsen, 3 free throws are coming up.
A big moment for Olsen. What a find from Greer. He had nothing there. Big free throws coming.
Olsen 11 of 13 from the free throw line entering tonight's contest, 85%. This was a guy who could have gone to a Division II school, Purdue Northwest. Instead, decommits and is here at Wheaton. Second one was no good, but the third one is good. So he goes 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. The Thunder are up by 2 scores, a 6-point lead. Smith using the screen from Boone. They don't switch. Offensive foul, Trellenberg.
Trellenberg was trying to allow Smith to go around him. Once he lost the screen, though, he tried to slide over, get him with a moving screen.
The Blue Jays had the lead. They were up 53-40 at one point, a 13-point lead, which was the largest deficit for Wheaton. But the Thunder, they're now on top. Have essentially led for midway through this second half. They've held on to it so far. Under 2 minutes to go from King Arena. 6-point lead for the Thunder. Martin picked up by Talon Pearson, 10 to shoot. Here's Richardson, guarded by Trellenberg. Richardson, 5 on the shot clock, and a jump ball is going to be called. The Thunder will have possession, albeit 4 on the shot clock. Martin to inbound it. Martin to Olsen. Olsen for 3. Way off though. Edgehong Betta in the dunker's corner, swarmed by Martin and Vanderwood. One more pass. Boone for 3. He hits. It's a 3-point game.
Big from Boone in the corner. He's found a couple looks there. Needed that one, big.
His second 3-pointer of the day. He's at 14 points. It's now a 1-possession game. Vanderwood, 5 on the shot clock, and he draws the foul. Coach Baines upset that there might have been a potential travel.
Either way, smart there from Vanderwood. Took the shot clock down to 5, drove in, gets himself to the line.
Kyan Vanderwood, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Wheaton trying to close it out. A team that has shot slightly better from downtown, 6 of 16 at 38%. Both teams have drilled 9 3-pointers. Kyan Vanderwood, 75% from the free throw line this season. Last year, 63%. Second one's good. Much needed free throws for Wheaton. They're up by 5, a 2-possession game. Under a minute to play. Trellenberg lost the ball. He's fouled by Soren Richardson.
Trellenberg had it made up in his mind. He was going to the rack. Soren Richardson reaching in.
Dominic Trellenberg, an 83% free throw shooter, has a double-double in this season, 17 points and 12 rebounds against Wisconsin Lutheran. A team that is 5-1. They defeated Hope, Wisconsin Lutheran, MSOE, Illinois College, and DePaul. Lost to Whitewater. This is their final of 4 road games for the Blue Jays. Next time they're going to be home against 10th-ranked Illinois Wesleyan. Which will be played on December 13th. Elmhurst will press. Here's Richardson, no foul. Wheaton able to get across the timeline. Vanderwood, Wheaton still holding on to the ball. Talon Pearson has him, he's grabbing him. There's finally a foul. Honestly, I thought they could have fouled him way before. I thought they did foul him, but the referees did not call it.
Looks like Coach Baines didn't want his players to foul, hoping just to force the empty possession. They did have time left on the shot clock. From here on out now, it's going to have to be fouls that's going to get them in this one. Not going to be enough time left.
Both teams are in the double bonus, 10+ fouls respectively. Vanderwood now at 13 points. One of 5 players for Wheaton in double figures. Martin with 14, Richardson with 22, Noah Hedrick with 11, and then Carson Greer at 14 points. As we said for Greer, his second career double-double. It's good. Coach Schauer calls timeout. 80-75 with 37.6 seconds to go. Tyler, you were alluding to this before the timeout. What's the strategy for both teams?
Well, for the Blue Jays, they're going to have to get quick buckets. They don't necessarily have to go for threes. They're going to have plenty of time to foul. Got 3 timeouts left if they're in any sort of trouble. 2 for the Thunder in the same manner. And then for the Thunder, it's just about hitting your free throws. I'd imagine you want Greer out there for his height and his ability to defend, but he's not the best free throw shooter on the team. So it'll be interesting to see what lineup Coach Schauer decides to put out there.
Just to kind of give overall context to this overall series, Wheaton leads it 136-53. Elmhurst swept Wheaton last season for the first time since the 2019-20 season. They're trying to win 4 straight against the Thunder. The last time they did that was from January 18th, 2020 to December 4th, 2021. They've never beaten Wheaton for 5 straight, but if the Thunder can hang on, they'll snap that losing streak against the Blue Jays. Pick up a much-needed conference win to go to 1-1. Blue Jays trying to avoid an 0-1 start in conference play and avoid dropping 2 consecutive games after starting 5-0.
Expect on offensive possessions for the ball to stay in Reed Olson's hands. Him or Martin, they're going to want to send to the line.
Adjahong Beta as well as Boone are both in foul trouble with 4. Only Adjahong Beta is in the game. Trellenberg for 3. Bounces out. Cherry the rebound. Luke Smith for 3. Also won't go. Adjahong Beta tracks it. The shot clock's turned off and he stepped out of bounds. It's Wheaton ball.
That just couldn't quite get there in time. A giant left foot just sliding on to the sideline.
Inbound to Vanderwood, and he's immediately fouled by John Witcher.
The guys on the floor, besides Greer, it's probably Vanderwood you want to foul if you're Elmhurst.
So far, Kyan Vanderwood, I mean, he's gone to the line the most out of any player in this ballgame. 7 of 11 is Kyan Vanderwood from the charity stripe in this game.
This next one's a big one. Can go up 3 possessions and all but ice this one.
Second one's good as well for Kyan Vanderwood. It's a 7-point game. Trellenberg has to put up the 3. He nails the triple. It's a 4-point game. So 82-80. This game's not quite over yet. Wheaton's going to inbound the ball. Tyler, what's the strategy for Wheaton?
You know, to me, it always feels like, whether watching Division I, 2, 3, whenever a team absolutely needs a 3 to extend the game, they always find a way to get it. Trellenberg there with the big one, just putting a little more pressure. Just got to get the inbounds play working, get it inbounds. Obviously, the Blue Jays are going to try to do everything they can to prevent that. And then if I'm the Blue Jays and I stop that ball in the inbounds, I'm calling timeout immediately, at least to draw something up, because you're going to want to try to get a quick 3, maybe something open right off the inbounds pass. And I'm probably having Greer. It's tough to say if I want Greer inbounding here with his height, at least to get it in and your worst free throw shooter, but I'd probably take Martin. His ability to see the court's probably the best. Looks like we will see him.
It'll be Martin, Soren Richardson, Reed Olson, Kyan Vanderwood, and Carson Greer on the floor for Wheaton. Meanwhile, Aiden Boone, Dominic Trellenberg, Talon Pearson, E.J. Marshall, John Witcher are in the game. Hard contact, and it looks like we got a foul.
Yeah, that's probably worst case scenario if you're the Thunder. That is a mental mistake. That was Olsen just running right through Trellenberg. Unfortunate.
So the Blue Jays, they trail by 4. If you're Elmhurst, are you going for a 2? Are you going for a 3? What are they trying to do?
Whatever quick. If you have an open 3, take it right away. Otherwise, something quick. You don't have to score 3 if a lay is open, but it has to be quick.
Not sure what the referees are discussing right here, as it was a foul against Reed Olson. Talking to our rules expert.
I don't know if that was a discussion about where the inbounds would take place or the nature of the foul, but it looks like all will resume normal.
That's a Blue Jays ball after the offensive foul on Reed Olson. And we got a stoppage of play. Timeout taken. 12 seconds left to go. 82-78. And we were kind of talking about this in the women's basketball game when Wheaton and Elmhurst played, but conference play just seems to unlock some new element for both teams.
Yeah, and that's why you see these late game antics that happen as a result from the physical and aggressive nature both teams play. And that's why you see offensive fouls, probably more common in conference matchups. Everything just means a little bit more. Your stars try to step up in those big moments. And I think that was a smart timeout from Coach Baines. You want this inbounds play to be the best one you have. And I think, at least what we saw in that first attempt at it, it's Trellenberg they're going to be looking to go to.
Blue Jays with 1 timeout left. Wheaton can stop the clock 2 more times. Wheaton, after this game, will be at Carthage on December 13th. And then they're at Wisconsin Lutheran on New Year's Eve. Then they have a date with U Chicago, 7th ranked team in the country, on January 3rd, 2026, and then their next home game is not until Carroll on January 7th. Trellenberg, they get in with him. He'll fire the three, hits the triple. Clutch triples by Elmhurst. It's only a 1-point game.
Even more tough because the Thunder knew that was coming and he was still able to convert. They wanted him down low in the corner. Richardson had that covered up, but he pivoted around and got it at the top of the arc. A quick timeout called here, and it's never over till it's over in these conference matchups.
Dominic Trellenberg with back-to-back clutch three-pointers. That's now his 6th three-pointer of the day, 10.1 seconds left to go. If you're the Blue Jays, are you just fouling right away?
Yeah, you still have to. You might get one attempt if it goes into Olsen's hands, if it goes in to Richardson's hands. I'd try to go in. You don't have to foul right away. If it's Vanderwood or Greer, foul them right away. You don't want to send Olsen or Richardson to the line. If it's Greer or Vanderwood, though, it's an immediate foul. And if you're Elmhurst, you're just hoping that he misses one, so that way you can try to drive in. Otherwise, I'd imagine Trellenberg again will get a look at 3 to tie it.
Dominic Trellenberg, as we said, 6 three-pointers made, tying his career high when he had 6 against MSOE this season on November 19th. Martin to inbound. Richardson has it. Can they force a jump ball? They're instead call a foul. Or did they just get a timeout? Coach Auer might have signaled for a timeout. I think they're going to give him the timeout because you had one referee signaling foul and then Coach Auer calling timeout.
That's smart to bigger player out in the corner, and it's going to allow a little bit more time to get off the clock. The only problem is we just saw 2 possessions ago they struggled with the inbounds pass, and they were able to get that one in. So nothing will be easy again trying to get this one in. But I think that was smart. You saw Elmhurst, Richardson with the ball in his hands, 2 players trapped, trying to steal it and strip it away. Now with under 7, I think it's going to have to be an immediate foul no matter who gets it.
Thunder led it 82-75 not too long ago with 16 seconds left. The Blue Jays are on a 6-0 run in the last 10 seconds. With all the stoppage of play, as we said before, the Blue Jays once had a 53-40 lead. They led by as many as 13 points, and then Wheaton kind of took control in the middle of the second half. They've had the majority of the lead. The Blue Jays, though, trying to chip back and somehow come from behind and win. 6.9 seconds to go. They'll do it again. Martin to inbound, guarded by Boone. There's a timeout. So now both teams are out of timeouts. Both teams cannot stop the clock.
Yeah, the problem is here for the Thunder is the possession arrow is in favor of the Blue Jays. So any tie-up won't take that much time off, and it'll give the last look to Elmhurst. So smart there to take the timeout if nothing's open, but now it's got to come in. And what's worse is Richardson catching that ball in the corner. They've got a tough inbounds pass.
Just to put in perspective who's in foul trouble, Vinny Adjahong-Betta as well as Aiden Boone have 4 fouls, so you can kind of understand why Boone's guarding Martin.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not sending Greer down in. He's got a mismatch against Marshall.
They get to Richardson. Fouls played. So Soren Richardson will go to the free throw line. He's a perfect 7 of 7 from the charity stripe in this ball game.
Feels like there's not much reason to have Vanderwood and Greer in there.
The Blue Jays are going to have to go the length of the court. They cannot stop the clock. This is to make it a 2-point game. Richardson, second one's no good. Pearson able to save it. 3 to shoot. Talon Pearson puts up the shot. It won't go. The Wheaton Thunder survive in chaotic fashion, 82-81. Pick up their first conference win of the season.
And prove me wrong. I'll take that one. Greer ended up being so important that he was in there, tipping that one away, making it difficult to set that up. And it's never easy down the stretch for these games, is it? Coach Shower taking years off the end of his life. What a finish.
Wheaton snaps a 3-game losing streak against the Blue Jays. They improved to 6-3, 1-1 in the conference. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, 5-2, 0-1 in the CCIW. And hopefully we will get a post-game interview between Coach Shower as well as Tyler Collison. Guys, take it away.
Stretch and just the intensity and the pressure of these matchups.
Yeah, we're all pretty good. I don't know that anybody's great. Illinois Wesleyan might be. The rest of us are good. And so this is going to be every night. There isn't, I was just talking about, I think there's one team outside of the top 100 in the Massey's from our league. All of us are, by the national standard, really good. And so this is every night. And listen, what I was pleased tonight, we gave up 45 in that first half, and we are not a very good defensive team, and so much of it depends on Kyan Vanderwood. And he was sensational. We got down 10 or 12 or whatever it was in the second half. And then he sort of changed his mentality a little bit. And we really need him to be an all-conference caliber player on both ends of the floor. And I thought in the second half of the second half, that's what we got.
Yeah, especially your team likes to shoot the 3 ball today, didn't hit as well. What was kind of the switch up that you guys did to kind of change up that offensive game plan?
None. I mean, we're a really good offensive team. We really are. And we can score on most people. We're going to get 80 most nights. The question is, are we going to hold people? And so we just got to get better at it. I actually think we've got to value it more. I think in the second half, what did they get then? 36 maybe? And Trellenberg made 2 huge shots that made it interesting there right at the end. So, but thankful, it's a big win.
Yeah, great win. Thank you, Coach.